Hey guys, welcome back to ATV Offroad Fury 2. This time it is just Insetic and Blank Tester.
Yo!
This is sort of a bonus extra video showing off a little bit of freestyle. Now I know the freestyle competitions are, a fourth of the game, but I've said multiple times this game doesn't have a good enough tricking system to have tricking events, and I believe that. Maybe one or two levels I can get lucky and get everything, but otherwise on some of them, I'm stuck. I can't get, the top levels of, like, stunt points or doing all the collectibles and such. So I'm just kind of going to go into a few events and show off a few of, like, the events in those levels, I guess. I meant go into a few levels.
Sure.
I'm going into the one that's kind of, getting me stuck the most so you guys can see sort of what I'm talking about. No sense blabbering about something while I'm racking up the big points inside.
Yeah, getting the big dunks.
Yeah, so every level in Freestyle has the same 6 challenges. Collect the green icons, collect the red icons, do 10 combos, and then 3 stunt goals, usually 10k, 20k, 50k, or 10k, 20k, 100k, something like that.
Yeah.
Depending on the levels. And the green token collect ones are always really easy. Like, they're always set up along a path, and you get time back for getting them. You get like 10 seconds.
Yeah, it looks like 10.
They're usually not even 10 seconds apart. It's just
right now you're at 3 minutes basically.
Yeah.
And by the end of it, you're gonna have plenty of time.
Yeah, because I started at like 3 minutes. I mean, it's not really challenging at all, and so I mean, it's kind of the easy challenge. It's the first one that you see when you go in, or like, I mean, you could pick in any order, but it's kind of the recommended one.
Right. I guess you could approach these at different angles, or like just not know a good line, but they're all pretty close together.
Yeah, these should be about showing off kind of the lines through the level, and maybe something you might not see if you just followed the trails and such, because,
Sure.
I mean, you've seen over the game, this is the exact same
Area.
Massive area that had nationals races and enduro races.
Right.
And so
this level geometry is not unique or anything. It's just giving you a different line to go through.
yeah.
So on the red ones,
yeah, you do the green one, probably no problem. And then you select the red ones. They don't give you as much time. The tokens don't fill up as much time. They're further apart, and some of them are almost impossible to get. Like, sure, there's a difference between requiring, a good jump and a good preload versus where the fuck is the ramp?
yeah, I'm not sure which direction you're supposed to approach this one from.
I get this by... I mean, this isn't my first time through this. I decided to only do a simple bonus video on Freestyle because of my attempts to make anything happen with it.
I mean, you can already tell just by watching this, that's not a line. If there was a line there, like connecting the second target you got to something else, I didn't see it.
Yeah, and if there was a line there connecting the third and the fourth, maybe that's not how I was supposed to get the third, but that seemed the most like a line coming from the previous one.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, like here, you can see, yeah, sure, maybe after you get this one, if you can get this one,
Yeah.
the one in the distance, yeah, sure, that could be a line.
It's just that...
I don't see where...
It's just that thing where they change like 5 different things to make it harder, and in the process make it way too hard.
Yeah, like if it was you got less time but you started with the same amount of time, or the things were all placed in harder locations, or you started with less time. These are all things that they changed, and because they changed all of them, the only thing they did to make it easier for you was put less targets, but the targets are in such hard locations that...
Yeah, and they're so spaced out that, again, that plays into the issue of time.
Right, it gives you how many seconds back? Like 3?
5, I think.
And, it takes more than 5 seconds to get from one to another, and if you miss one, you've wasted all the time it took preparing for the jump, doing the jump, and getting to preparing it again.
Yeah. I mean, you can see that I have maybe like 2 tries at each before I have
completely
to
out of time, yeah.
restart the whole event, and a lot of these are pretty damn tough. That first one was pretty simple, but after that it got sketchy. And so that's just not fun, and obviously, the freestyles are based on getting a certain amount of these challenges from the amateur and the pro, so I can't get a gold now, since there's at least one thing that I can't do.
Right. So this is the 10 combos one?
No, this is stunts.
10 combos you wouldn't even need to show, yeah.
Yeah, combos.
You just get combos wherever you want.
Combos, 2 tricks in the air are a combo. Just do, like, anything into a simple, like, 1-button trick, and boom. Yeah, but, so your best chance for doing these point challenges is to do these combos, except not all levels are equal, and not all levels have the biggest, jumps. And even if they do have big jumps, those jumps probably aren't, close to each other or right next to each other. So by trying to ride around and trying to utilize more than one part of this level, I'm hurting myself. And even if I stuck around that one part, I still wouldn't have been able to do this. Like, I seriously tried every single level.
Did you try, like, just finding one big hill, going straight to that hill, and
I've done
just cheesing it
serious
on that hill?
attempts at getting all the challenges on every level, and I have to settle with just having enough to do bronze on amateur freestyle. An amateur freestyle is the 5 big areas that have nationals and enduro things, and then the pro freestyles are their own levels, pretty much.
Oh, really? Okay.
3 of these are stadiums, and 2 of these are their own separate things. And you see the stadiums, well, that's really easy. It's just in a stadium.
Right, it's a tighter area. You know where they intended you to go. It's harder for them to fuck up giving you a line.
Yeah. Because, I mean, we're jumping straight to the red tokens, which, should be much harder than the greens, but actually I think the green and the reds are in the exact same locations.
Probably not in the exact same.
And even the reds are go off this obvious jump, go off this obvious jump.
Right, these are all set up ramps, as opposed to just like random hills.
And you can at least imagine how the combo challenges or score challenges go. You drive up to a big ramp and you jump and you do a big trick off of it.
Sure.
Yeah.
Wow, those people in the background look really small.
Yeah.
Oh god.
I don't even really know.
Just like in real life, you're being cheered on by children. Tiny, tiny children.
I know. You didn't need to bring that up, okay?
No, I don't mean that. I mean like in ATVs.
Oh.
ATV, the only people who like ATVs are tiny children. Yeah, I'll say it. Bring it on, ATV fans who are over the age of 5. Well, actually, bring it... No, actually, I don't want to fight.
Well, I mean...
No,
you think they could put up much of a fight? I'd say bring it on. If you're over the age of 5 and you seriously ride ATVs, I want you to come to my house.
And fight me?
Yes.
Oh.
Come to our apartment and fight Blake Tester.
I'm not sure I'm okay with this anymore. Alright, this one's 100,000.
Yeah, so this is one of the
pros.
Pro things, non-stadium, full track, and actually I probably should have shown off like the green target or red target ones so you can see. I mean, these are separate levels, but they're not really complex.
Okay.
Both of these are pretty simple. Like, this one has kind of one massive hill.
Yeah.
And jumps on basically every side of it.
Oh, okay.
And then you see, like, kind of a ravine, because there's jumps leading across that. And so it's kind of, yeah, like, sort of like a bare bones type thing. But then...
There's trees, you can crash into
tons of trees. But then you can leave that area and go over here where there's all these, moguls back and forth.
It's kind of cool.
Yeah. Or you can kind of keep riding, and it's weird that these pro levels, you can't do in anything except freestyle. You can't even do Waypoint editor things on them,
really?
But they have these paths out and around that feel more like racetracks, and also a volcano.
Right.
Except it's a disappointing one.
Yeah, that's disappointing.
Yeah.
Get blazed.
I mean, you could free ride on these levels, I think, but
So you really can't do a Waypoint editor on that?
No. You have to do a waypoint editor on the big areas that are nationals and enduro events.
So what about the like pro? Oh, I guess the pro nationals and pro enduros didn't do
same places.
Same places. That's so weird.
So this is the other like pro freestyle only non-stadium area.
Okay.
This is feeling like a big acronym in the making.
Yeah.
Which is really just like 4 giant hills in a row. Like the hills go across.
Pipe dream.
Pipe dream, basically. Yeah, like...
Pipe dream without the tricking system.
And so you do the green or red token challenges. They're in the air. Across those you can get big jumps and whatever. Or you can kind of ride around the outside where they have a few little thingies.
You know what would have made the tricking in this game a lot funner and a lot more cool?
What?
If they had, like, the ground tricks that you had in, like, snowcross. Like the seat spank. Or, like,
maybe.
The seat surf.
Maybe. I don't know. Like...
I think that would be swag.
I think...
Is that a tornado?
Yeah. And this level has kind of tornadoes rolling around on the outside.
Oh, and stairs.
Yeah.
I love stairs.
It's every map maker's dream to put in stairs everywhere.
Yeah. Oh, rip.
Yeah.
Oh, there goes the spine.
It's even harder getting down than it is getting up.
Yeah.
You know? One of those things, I know how that feels.
I know that feels.
Every time I climb a tree,
every time I
can't
climb
get
the
down.
stairs.
You can't get down.
Can't get down.
Can't get down. No.
I stand at the top like a scared
I
puppy.
hear what you guys are thinking. I hear, what are the tornadoes like? Well, let me just sit around, wait for one to cross my path, and boom,
shit!
I'm up in the air. Yeah, maybe I could pull tricks or something, but I didn't know if I'd even land. You know, knowing this game, I might just fall over. I might just fall on my ass.
I wouldn't rely on that to get tricks. These things seem to have like really wild paths. Wow.
See, we got a bonus clip. I get
smashed.
I get tossed up again, but I'm just DED bread.
Bread.
Uh-huh.
It was bread the whole time.
Yeah. So that's the end of our freestyle coverage. There was also one thing we wanted to cover, but playing around with it really wasn't worth it, actually. Yes, there is a waypoint editor, which means you can make your own races in the big free ride areas, except, you know, how you do it is you just kind of set up gates like you're doing your own enduro race, but then you can't race the AI.
Yeah, right.
And actually, the game can quite easily change the order of your gates around on you.
Yeah, I tried making one with the maximum number of gates, of course, and I had this crazy awesome level design, and then I go to like test it out, and like the game, like while I was making it, I got sort of confused with the layout, so I tried to like look over the map, and then like because I looked at where the waypoints were, that completely fucked the order, and I ended up having a completely fucked map.
Yeah.
And there's no way to know because there's no numbers on the waypoints or anything, so...
Yeah, so even that is still kind of a half-utilized system.
Yeah.
So that's basically it on our coverage of ATV Offroad Fury 2. Mm-hmm. It was a game quite a lot of people played as a kid, probably. Even I did. Upon reflection, it was an okay game. Decent, but kind of just decent.
Yeah.
You sort of had to add your own fun to it. But...
Yeah.
Next up, we are jumping forward a few years in the future to play another ATV game that I guess you could say is pure insanity. Alright, we'll see you guys next time.
We're gonna play Hatred.